For this segment of A Bit of Addison History, I want to discuss the history of Addison Community Television, which is celebrating 40 years of service to the community. On September 19, 1982, the first public access program produced for the Addison cable television audience was presented over Centel Cable Television System. Cable had been franchised by the Village of Addison less than 2 years earlier, and construction of the cable system had not reached all of Addison. Addison, the name given to that first program, was developed during the preceding months and formally adopted as the inaugural program by a village committee of community leaders whose goal was to launch local cable programming in time for that September's Addison Community Days Festival. The name and the format of Addison is credited to Mr. Dale Bauer, then a speech and media studies teacher at Addison Trail High School. In 1981, Mr. Bauer was hired by Centel as an educational consultant to develop an internship program for local high school students and recent graduates interested in media production. The first interns to work in the program were Addison residents Dale Bellinger and Don Weiss during the summer of 1982. While the village committee continued to meet and discuss programming ideas that focused more narrowly on specific agencies in the community, Bauer and Wise concluded that a program encompassing the entire community would be in order. A program that covered all of Addison through multiple scenes within one program, Addison. With Bauer recruiting production crew and on-air presenters, and Bellinger and Weiss scripting the program, the first Addison production was completed with the technical assistance of Addison business owner, cable television commission member, and industrial video expert Thomas Ehler. The first hour-long program on September 19, 1982 featured segments on future delivery of Lake Michigan water to DuPage County, the Addison Trail Cross Country Team, a story on local thrift store retailers, a new computer system at the Addison Public Library, the upcoming Lions Club Candy Days, a film review segment called Take One, and a preview of the weekend's Community Days Festival with Community Council of Addison President Don Jessen. Addison was on TV as the cable industry grew at lightning speed nationwide with more channels, new technology, and the concept of narrowcasting to specific audience, so too did Addison's early years of cable programming grow. Within the first few years of programming, Village of Addison board meetings began live, gavel-to-gavel telecast. Other live programs included the Addison Community Switchboard Telethon and Addison Chamber of Commerce's Meet the Candidates became must-see TV. The village also hired longtime volunteer Don Weiss in 1984 as the first employee to work on cable franchise issues and government access programming. Local cable programming was branded with a new name, Addison Community Television. Addison quickly became a regional leader in the field of local cable programming. The village signed on as charter members of local chapters of two organizations, the National Federation of Local Cable Programmers and National Association of Telecommunications Officers and Advisors. In 1986, Addison Community Television was the first to hold a press conference to announce that Chicago would be hosting the National Federation of Local Cable Programmers Conference in 1987. Only a few short years later, in 1989, the Village of Addison would be recognized for their dedication to municipal programming in the area of election coverage. Additionally, through their membership with the National Federation of Local Programmers, Addison hosted the Japanese government and video industry representatives on June 16, 1995, to demonstrate a community using local television programming to reach citizens in non-urban areas. Recognizing early that the concept of local cable programming reached far beyond Addison and into communities large and small nationwide. By the mid-1980s, Addison's cable operations moved into the Village Hall at 131 West Lake Street. staffing was increased and funding from the cable operator for operations was appropriated. To stay competitive with other channels, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, programming was launched. The 24/7 format, an idea pushed strongly by Mr. Ehler, further established ACTV as a part of the community fabric, where residents could tune in anytime and be part of Addison right within their home. Most notable to Addison Community Television has been its ability to remain as a vital part of Addison, connecting government, schools, nonprofits, businesses, newsmakers, and residents to the greater cable television audience. In between scheduled programming, ACTV wanted to promote meaningful public service announcements instead of filler pieces. ACTV accomplished this by reaching out to local nonprofit organizations, asking them for graphics and script copy to provide an additional platform to reach Addison residents about local programs. Upon the opening of Village Hall at One Friendship Plaza in 2000, ACTV moved into a new state-of-the-art home where new forms of production and programming technology could deliver ACTV beyond Addison and to the online world not even thought of 40 years ago. Continuing an innovative legacy of community participation, Addison Community Television provides Addison residents access to ACTV facilities to produce public access programming and facilitates an opportunity every first Monday of each month to ask Mayor Veenstra questions on live cable television. Finally, the success that is Addison Community Television could never have been possible without the efforts of volunteers, on-air guests, and early leaders that had the joint vision of bringing Addison to its residents through the use of cable programming.